Hello, Dusty. This is your boy Epi. Omega's been busy with life, so he's not able to join me here today. But I think I looked over it already. He said you're high gold slash borderline low platinum. I think I should be able to help with that. Take any information I give you. Everything seems useful. And yeah, sorry. Apologize that Omega can't join us today. But here we go. As your Zarya. I can believe you just play Zarya in this game. I looked over a little bit. So the first thing you need to do is look where your team's setting up as Zarya. The main reason is that it's Zarya. You need your team to be able to get half of your charge. So you have Winston here as your main tank. So you should be looking for him to bubble him most of the time here for his engagements, wherever he wants to go. You're in a pretty good spot. He is not, but that's Winston's gonna be your main dude for your charge, for your Zarya bubbles. He doesn't have to be, but most of the time you're gonna be bubbling Winston when he engages. Of course, you can use your bubbles to save your teammates, so you know, so they don't die. Okay, you dropped off a high ground already. It's not terrible, but here you have to remember you do not have a Reinhardt. You cannot keep this this corner to yourself, right? You can't keep this to yourself by yourself. So yeah, you're gonna have to play differently because of you have Winston. So pretty much you just have to look for Winston and see when he jumps in, and then you bubble him, you get charged, he takes less damage, and so forth. So I hope you know that your Winston's upstairs to the left. So is your Kree, since you can see him up there. You can see the outline. Okay, Hog use hook. You can freely attack here since you have your personal. It's very important whenever you try to go for a kill or go to do some damage. When there's danger like a Hog hook, maybe a Widow, damage boosted Ash, something that does a lot of damage and can instantly kill you. You need your bubble to peek and do damage. So he uses hook. You don't need it. You don't need to use it, but you can do free damage here until he gets his effect. Okay, so use your bubble too early. The only times you want to use your bubble to get charge is from projectiles, like a Pharah. They have enemy Pharah, right? So if she's throwing damage towards you, you can use that as to get charged with your personal. Since it's guaranteed damage, she can't take back her rockets. That's fine. As for using it in front of Hog, I think you wanted to just block his hook again, but I'm pretty sure his hook wasn't back just yet. Yeah, his hook wasn't back just yet. So it's on a 8-second cooldown. I'm pretty sure it's an 8-second cooldown, just like your projectile bubble. So yeah, when he uses it, 8-second count. It's just keep in mind, just cooldown tracking for him. So you use the bubble too early, so you don't block the hook. But now he's gonna have the hook online, and he's gonna probably hook you in, and you're gonna be dead. So, yeah, you're done. So very important with Zarya. Oh hey, your Winston died. This is not entirely your fault. Well, actually, it might be entirely, because you don't know where your rest of your team is. You're playing it like if your team was right behind you. So yeah, I mean, I guess they are. Actually, you're right. It's just it's just 3 people behind you. But yeah, it's you just have to you had to just wait for Winston to jump down. You either tell him, "Hey, can you jump down now?" or you wait for him if you're not using Mike. But it's preferably you tell him, "Hey, can you jump in now?" So he goes down in. He jumps down on the enemy team. You bubble him, so he doesn't take damage. You get charged, and you're free to do some damage until he has to jump out. That didn't happen. So let's continue on. Bubble too early, and you get hooked and killed, right? Matt, I hope you're not thinking that it's your team, your healer's fault that they couldn't save you from here. This was entirely on you. You had a bad position because you didn't have a main tank when you went in. Like your Winston went in now, but you're already in trouble. You can't really help him unless you walk forward, and you're gonna guarantee die anyways. But you made it very easy for the enemy team just to kill you. Even if you had bubble, you wouldn't be safe, because look how far back you have to walk. Like, this is how far you are. You have to walk all the way back here to get cover and be safe, right? That's how far you have to walk. There's no way you're gonna make it. Even with bubble, Hog can pop your bubble and then hook you and then kill you, and then he has a bap next to you. This was but that's just you have to look for ways to walk backwards. Like, you don't have a Reinhardt here, so yeah, look for ways to walk back. Cover a retreat option. A retreat option. You have no retreat option here. Your bubble was used. You're dead. Your Winston notably came in up, but it doesn't matter. It's about you. It's about you. Let me focus on you. Get died. Now, a reason why you didn't get healed is because the enemy Pharah was shooting down into your supports. You saw right there in the kill feed that your Ana died right away by the Pharah in his kill feed. You can see that there. She got rezzed, but you died already. Like, there was no saving you because she was dead before that. So just take a look at the kill feed as well. Like, you couldn't have done anything more because you got hooked. But it's been more than a tip here. After 15 seconds from the round starts, you can press tab and it shows the entire enemy composition. They show you all the heroes that they're using after 15 seconds of the round. Terrell mentioned that earlier. Not the best of bubbles. Let's see, what did you bubble here? Okay, she's getting fired on. Okay, that was okay. That bubble was okay. Like, I see what you did at. I would just save her because she was already getting peppered down by Pharah. But she died here. So, it's alright. Alright, she was about to die. Okay, this is bad. He got nanoed? Right, he got nanoed. There's no way you can fight a nano Reinhardt, especially with 0 charge. So, what you don't want to do with Zarya is walk forward into both of enemy tanks with 0 charge. Or at all, even with 100 charge. Because they have more health than you. They're more tankier than you. And they do more damage than you lower than, you know, because you have 0 charge. So, let's watch what you do here. Just a full HP Reinhardt is gonna always beat you in a straight up fight, even when you're 100 charge. The only way that you can you might be able to win if you use your bubble properly, but if you're not in 100 charge, it's very unlikely you're gonna beat them in a 1v1 scenario. And in the 3v1 right here, like, yes, his barrier breaks. He has Ana behind it and his hog here. You're walking just forward into this, right? Yeah. And now you can't get away. I'll let you know now that Zarya's beam goes 15 meters in front of you, so it's a 15-meter range. You don't have to be you don't have to be that close to people. Yeah, that was trouble. That. Okay, let's go look back at your bubble. So you want to use your bubble to block hook. You get hooked. He doesn't fire again. I know most hogs fire after they're hooked, but you're Zarya, they know you have bubble. Like, they won't fire unless then they see you already use bubble. So that's just a little note there. Okay. You don't need to bubble here because he already used hook on you. His hook is not back from cooldown, right? Yeah, he's 4 seconds off. So, and he wasn't taking very much damage as well. There was nothing coming in. Like, you want to use projectile bubbles when a team member is engaging in a fight, when they're already fighting somebody. The easiest example I'll give you is Reinhardt swinging on an enemy Reinhardt or an enemy front line. He's so close up in their face that both tanks and their backline are just gonna accidentally fire on him. And if they're not directly fire him to get him back, to get Reinhardt to back off. You bubble him. You save him from taking 200 HP worth of damage. You get charged, and then he backs off. Right? That's the simplest way. As he's swinging on enemy tanks, as he's attacking, you bubble. You get charged because they're trying to get him back off. Genji works the same way. Anybody works the same way. Like, if Genji dashes in, you bubble him, he has a higher chance to kill somebody. Here he's not dashing in, he's not engaging anybody, so there was no point, there was no value in this bubble because it wasn't blocking damage for him while he was fighting something like to kill, you know. And Hog didn't have hook at the time, so you wouldn't be able to block his hook anyways. Plus he's Genji, he has deflect. He just has deflect, so it's gonna be quite odd. Did you have hook now? Okay, you get hooked. Yeah. Okay. Now, you still have zero charge. It's not. Don't worry about charge too often. Just try to make sure you use your bubbles. Your bubbles have value. Like, you know, save your projectiles for cooldowns when you really need it. Your charge will come naturally. And if, you know, you can use personal for charge if people aren't up in your face, or like Zarya spamming at you and the enemy team is not close to you. That's fine. That was okay bubble, assuming Reinhardt was gonna swing on that Genji. All right, you saved Genji's life. Now you're walking into a Reinhardt, and I hope you're not screaming at your healers. Why aren't you healing me? I'm pretty sure you saw this Reinhardt being low HP, right? That's probably why you walked towards him, because you saw him have low HP. The thing is with this is that his team's right on his left of him, right? Oops, that's the wrong thing. The enemy team is on his left of Reinhardt. They can heal him from there. They can. Sorry, I was yeah, they can heal him from there. Not from here, but he's gonna walk forward, right? So there's Ana's here, Pig is here, and then whoever's going to come out of spawn is going to be able to shoot in that direction or heal in that direction, right? You pretty much committed seppuku. I know that's not how to pronounce it, but you made yourself in a bad situation. And you had 0 charge. Even if you got to Reinhardt, you wouldn't be able to kill him because he had near 0 charge. Now you have 40, but he's getting healed by Ana now because Hog's on his left. And you're gonna die here because you cut yourself off from your healers as well. It's like here, I'll show you from this angle so you can see better. Right? You can see both Ana and Mercy's over here. So there you go. See, you cut yourself off from both your healers. So yeah, you just did that. That's what you did. Just don't walk into a Reinhardt with 0 charge. Even with 100 charge, you want to still be out of his swinging range. His swinging range is I think 5 meters. Let me check. All right, so yes, Reinhardt's swinging range is 5 meters. So you want to be 5 meters, and he can angle it to get an extra like half a meter range out of his swing. But it just stayed out of his range, and you shoot him out of his range. Simple as that. Like he's not close to you, you can damage him. Your beam is 15 meters. You can outrange him. And you have artillery fire with your right click. You don't need to be that close to him. Only time you want to be that close to him is when he's by himself and he's about to die, or when he's by himself. But no, maybe only when he's about to die, because then you're gonna give him old charge. Okay. Recontest time. You still have a Winston. You have to wait. You just have to wait. Well, I mean, this is not terrible. You can let's see. Wait, if you stand next to the wall, it's fine. Okay, you didn't stand next to the wall. Okay, you got value of your bubble. Here, you probably were worried about Winston not touching. You were the closest one. They can just jump there. Okay, you just got off point. That sucks. That sucks. You just walked off point. You probably got a little bit spooked since Ryan and Hog were there, but hey, you just got off point. You can't say anything about that without, you know, it's very close to point. Get it? You get the kill? Nice. Very nice. Very nice too. Very nice. Oh wait. That was a nice right click. Very good. So they capped the point. You just have to retreat. There is no cover here. You have to just go back next to the building. You're doing the best you can. You might have been able to make it if you just 180'd and walked with your back turn. You're much faster walking forward than walking backwards by 0.5 meters speed. It's a little bit, but it makes a difference. Oh, you have Reinhardt now, so you should be able to get more charge since, you know, it's Reinhardt. Instantly more charge. Where you are right now, it's fine. It's actually a good position to be up the stairs on high ground. They ulted, so that's, you know, that you just got pushed off. This is still fine. You can't run anywhere pretty much. So as long as you hold this, you should be okay. Until they have to push you off. Keep running back. Good. Nice bubble. Throughout this game, I've been seeing that none of your teammates are just trying to attack, like making plays. That's also contributes to why you're not getting a lot of charge. But okay, now you're in a bad spot now. You're behind me. This is so the position where you are right now. You don't have to be with Reinhardt like 100% of the time, right? No, here, let's go back a little bit. You can be slightly like you can be a little bit of the ways away from him. Like once you won this fight, yeah, once you won this fight, you can walk yourself either up here, like just try to get up here. Your bubble has a very long range too. You protect that bubble, so you don't have to be up there. Down with Reinhardt most of the time, you can be upstairs. If Reinhardt wants to attack something or go in, or any of your teammate wants to do that, you can just bubble them from afar. And if you're upstairs, once the enemy gets down here, you can just pepper them with right clicks or laser or beam them down, or do both so you can kill them. Yeah, it's a good spot to be at. Good repositioning spot. Your Ryan is kind of feeding here if he dies. Look, oh hey, your McCree's doing that. At this point, there should be a lot of ults going online. So you have a bunch of ults. You have 5 ultimates. Like the way to use your ult is you wait for like key cooldowns to be used. Like if Reinhardt Bearer breaks, you can ult them, right? If Winston already uses bubble, you can ult them because there's no shield. Immortality field. That's not too much of a worry. It can save your team, can sense the enemy team, but you can break it. But you should force it out first. So let's see what you do. Okay. That's a very predictable thing to do. They didn't predict it, but walking forward with a bubble into their team is a prime time of, hey, I'm gonna use a grab. It's also pretty bad because they can just kill you from this angle because you're not with your Reinhardt. You're about to die here. Oh my god, you got saved. How did you not die there? That would have killed me. Oh, your Kree saved you. Your Kree stunned him. No, wait. Your Reinhardt saved you. That's a good. Hey, your Reinhardt saved you from there. All right. Now that he pushed him out, you break Immortality Field. Yeah, broken. Yeah, good. That was a nice play on your right. Okay, now you're low HP with personal. You want to go back to get his melee. You don't want to die. You have high charge. And your healers were dead too, so that's a good time to retreat. Just gotta pay attention to the kill feed, really. Both your healers died in this fight. You just, once the fight's over, you just retreat. Wait for your healers to come back. Now, it's a good time to talk about a little bit about position. Okay, so we all know, hopefully you know, high ground is king. I have the high ground. The meme is also the truth. So this up here, the stairs is a very good position to be at for nearly every character, right? Because once they walk below you, if they walk below you, you can just right click them and fire down on them with your laser. Anybody can do this, right? Reinhardt being up here denies the high ground, so your DPS can use this high ground as well and shoot down into them. They can come in here and shoot them in the back. They can be up here and shoot them towards their spawn. This high ground is just great. It's just amazing high ground. Just a lot of good high ground. And if they come down here, you can shoot down. This is always a spot to fight for. And if you have high charge, you should be up here when you have high charge, because you're pretty much a DPS character once you're in high charge, except you have a little bit more health. So yeah, you're just in a bad spot. Roadhog's in front of you. Hopefully you heard him, right? Yeah, you did. You bubbled about a panic. I think you should have held that bubble a little bit more. Oh, he didn't hook you instantly. Yeah. You died here because you just had bad positioning. You just did. This is not a healer issue. This is more of a you being in a terrible position. You didn't have your Reinhardt to keep the low ground. Like, the enemy has a Rein, and you have Rein. The Rein can just run you over. The best thing to do there is just to been high ground, because you could have avoided that damage. You could have avoided the Reinhardt swinging on you, and you most likely your Mercy and your Ana would have taken the high. I don't know why she's back here. Why is she back here? I think they followed the Reinhardt. Still, you would have lived if you would have been upstairs, because they would have to walk all the way around. Like, if they're going from down here, they would have to. If you were up here, they would have to hook you off, which you have bubble for that, or they would have to walk all the way down through here and go up here. Like, they just have to go a long way to try to get you off that high ground. That's why it's so good. You can just fire upon them while they're trying to get to you. But since you didn't start off high ground, they easily killed you because you only had a Mercy pocket, and they had three. It was a 3 versus 1 situation. So yeah, the Mercy's pocketing you. So you being here got the Mercy killed as well. Yeah, look at that. Your Reinhardt went upstairs with the other team members, and you chose to be downstairs. Like, my advice to you in this situation is look where your teammates are, and also go to high ground, because there's nobody with you. There's nobody. Just like you can see your teammates through walls. Just take a quick glance behind you and see where your teammates are, especially your healers, since they're the one that's gonna keep you up. The ones that keep, keeping you for what's it called? Keep you alive so you can keep doing damage. See, like your team being up here gets the soldier killed, so the enemy soldier dies, right? Because your team was up here, because he was up here. The enemy soldier was up here trying to use his high ground, but your team denied him and he died for it. And I think the Pharah dies for it too, or almost dies for it, right? Yes, they're pushing cart, but it doesn't matter because their team's gonna die anyway. It's gonna be a 3v6 if you were upstairs with your teammates. See, your Mercy got killed because you were down here, because he was trying to pocket you. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. That's just unfortunate on your part. So, just take the fight as just try to take high ground nearly always. Follow your Reinhardt where he goes, or at least just try to be between line of sight of him so you can projectile bubble him. That's fine too. So you don't. So if he's gonna go feed, you at least might as well get some charge out of it and bubble him. That would have been a winnable fight if you were with your team.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, you guys are contested. What did you... You didn't use your projectile. Why didn't you use your projectile? Like, what?
You should be at peak performance levels.
Yep, shit. Okay. Okay, here.
60 seconds remaining.
Using your self bubble is more about looking at the situation you're in front of you. So there's no hog here, right? There's no hog here. So you don't need to use your bubble right away because one, there's no hog, and two, there's not enough damage here to kill you in an instant. So you should just hold your bubble a little bit until like maybe you lost 100 health or so, because you just wasted your bubble by just walking in. Your bubbles are used for in the moment type of situation, not to preemptively get to somewhere. Let me rephrase this. They're used in a fight as you're fighting, right? Like at the moment that you're fighting, not before or after. Just at the moment you're fighting, not before or after. That's the best way I can put it, so you can get better use of your bubbles when you're fighting. You get shattered, but I think you can test. There's a bar above you. You can't lose anything. Okay, Sights is behind you, on your right. Okay, now you don't have projectile. Okay, she died. Okay, yeah, you didn't have projectile. Okay, that's fine. But you have projectile now, so you can save your Ana. Okay, you don't need to because he died. Okay, that's my bad. You don't have projectile because you used it already. What did you use it on for? What did you bubble first? They didn't even see you there. Where's your bubble? Okay, you bubbled McCree. Didn't find any value. Again, that was just the situation. He was at full HP. Reinhardt needs 3 swings to kill him. There's a Pharah upstairs, but she's not directly shooting at him. Not at this moment. Yeah. Yeah, the other way to use bubbles is just defensively, pretty much, to block cooldowns. Like hog hook, you bubble, you know. Someone's about to get shot or about to get flashed. Like enemy McCree is going for a flash, and you know he's going for a flash. You bubble, so he doesn't get flashed. You know, that's the thing. Okay, that was the right bubble. You got charged. You got anti, but it doesn't matter because they're down. Wow, your team is carrying you here. They are doing so much more than you are. So far, you only been at 80 charge one time, and you died right afterwards. Okay, you see on payload. Which is that? Yeah, not bad. You kind of just stopped that. Nice. From a back cap, I mean. Sorry to say here, man, is your team carried you this first round. They both hit scans are hitting their shots. They're taking down the Pharah. They're making plays on their enemy tanks.
Initiating match.
They are definitely doing more than you are in this game. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Stick to the plan.
Ready for battle.
Definitely not a bad thing. It's just that you kind of you were on your own nearly the entire attacking phase because you didn't look where your team was at. All right.
Once the mission starts,
You didn't know where your Ryan was. You didn't know where your Winston was at the start. You didn't know where your Ana was. You had a Mercy Pocket, yeah. But that's not going to help you at 3v1. Against all. And then in the bad position. You weren't going to live. You were just on your own in the middle of nowhere. You just got to look who your team is, man. And go with them. And hide them. Wow, this Ryan is a god. He just saved getting hooked. You're playing Sigma now, I noticed, yeah. Okay. That Reinhardt kind of just killed him, you know? Okay, the bar is still killing your backline. Hopefully you could turn around and do that. Do something about that. Okay, your healers are down. You have no healers? Okay, so Grasp doesn't block Hog Hook anymore. He didn't hook you probably he didn't have his hook. No, he did have his hook. But yeah, Sigma Grasp does not block Hog Hook anymore. He can just he can hook you out of Grasp. So remember that. So you don't get hooked out of that, out of your Grasp. Alright, and you're gonna die here because 1, you didn't put up your shield up. What? Or you're not putting your shield up, and 2nd, your healers aren't back yet because they died at the start of the fight. Alright. The right play would be there is just move it a little, as much as you can, put your shield up and back away, or just fully retreat. Which probably full retreat was okay. Okay, so you're going on a solo mission again. I don't believe your team is regrouped. Is your team regrouped? Is your team regrouped yet? No, it's Doomfist. No, it's a 4v6. No, it's a 4v. It's a 4v4. Oh, that look at this enemy Ryan. He's doing the same thing you did in the start of the round. He just goes off and where his team can't heal him. This is what you were doing at Zarya as well, by the way. Are you going on a solo mission, or are you just going for a shorter route? Oh, that Ryan is carrying. Yeah, I'm glad you're going for the Ana. Okay, she had ult. Look at that. She kills, dude. Doesn't matter because your Ryan carried. He killed half of the enemy team. You just gotta push and put your shield up. Yeah, there you go. As for Sigma, the only thing I can say is put your shield up. Grasp is used for like after your shield breaks, or like to get some health, extra HP. It can be used to suck up enemy ultimates. It's like a last resort button, you know, like when you're screwed, you use it, you know, kind of like that. And for your rock, you want to keep it as much as you can for enemy cooldowns, to use it at proper times, like when Brine Barrier breaks, when a hog is take a breather. There's also any combo where you primary fire and rock, and then primary fire again, or rock primary fire melee. I think really close to that. Okay, there you go. That's good. Oh, is she gonna kill you? Yeah. Wow. You might have done enough for your DPS to carry this out. No, nope. They use nano. You're done. Fight's done. Yep. Okay, so it's regrouping time. You hold and spawn, or you tell your Reinhardt to come back and regroup. He's by himself. And no, this is a terrible direction to go. This is pretty bad. You're gonna die again. Okay, let me show you why the reason this is a bad way to go. Look, there's no look. This is a straight corridor of death because they can just shoot in this direction and you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go. Like, look how far you have to walk back. Yeah, you're pretty much dead if they all turn around and look at your direction. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're done. So like the only times you want to go through here if you have a Lucio or Symmetra and teleporting this way so you can get quicker in and out. But you never want to go this way because it's just death. Because Lucio can just boop you out of there, hog hook. That's just death. And I'm saying you can't go that way, but you're a tank. You're not fast enough. You're not mobile enough to go this way. You don't have escape to go this way. Hey, hit a. Yeah. Okay. You're forgetting about your shield, dude. Where'd you even leave your shield at?
Why is the payload stopped?
Like, I'm surprised it didn't just, like, you should have got him pushed here. Like, to be honest, you should have got him pushed here and you should have died. But you didn't, so you can push up. There's coalescence, so you push up into her back line. Like, you let Reinhardt do his thing. He's not gonna die because he has coalescence. So your main job here is to block off enemy healing, which you put the shield in front of Ana or behind the enemy tank so they don't get healed by Ana or Mora. Okay. You don't have nothing you can't stop whole hog. You haven't retracted your shield yet. You're just forgetting about your shield. Like, you just retract it. You still haven't retracted it. You probably thought you had your shield to pop out. You forgot. What I would do is just go to training range, practice your aiming, and just popping out your shield and retrieving it, so you don't forget about it. Just make it a habit of retracting your shield.
60 seconds remaining.
Ryan's carrying over there again. He had a big shatter.
Observe the barrier. Retrieving the barrier.
Your Ryan's still alive. Where the hell did he go? Okay, good. You turn around for the Pharah. Goddamn! How long was she there shooting at you? Like shooting your backline.
We've done this before.
There's no. Was she there since you got here? Yeah, you see her shooting.
Observe the barrier.
That's a little late. You don't need to put that barrier there. Okay, she's back. She's behind you. Okay, you have good reaction time on that. You could have been faster, but definitely that, and you could have put your shield up. Yeah, you do need a combo. Nice block. You should retract your shield. That was good. What you did here with your shield is put it in front of Ana, so she doesn't heal her soldier. You can do that at any time, especially against Ryan Zarya. If they have Ana, you put the shield behind both Ryan and Zarya, and then you cut off the enemy healing, and they just die by your team if they don't back off, or if your shield doesn't break, basically. To be honest, I haven't seen you really do a lot of plays. You're kind of just hanging out. Maybe because your team carried you in this game. You're kind of just hanging out. Wow, you accidentally got that. Because that was good though. Like you blocked it with your with your grass, but you did that out of panic because you were shitting you. Like, you know, you want to put your shield up against her, then grasps. That takes a lot of reaction time. But that's the first thing to do. Shield, and if he gets close enough to her face, she'll just kill herself with the rockets. Also, you haven't retracted. Where's your shield? Your shield's there. You don't need it. So like once your shield is, you don't need to use it anymore. Like nobody's shooting at it. There's no danger. You retract it immediately. Like there, if you had your shield to deploy, you could have shielded damage. You could put it in front of Hog, like in between. It takes a lot of skill to do that. When he hooks somebody, you put it in between his shotgun and the person he hooked. But you could do that. It's pretty cool if you do that. People be impressed. But yeah, this is fine. You're moving your Reinhardt. That's pattern. You don't need to use your grasp there. She already landed the maybe you wanted to eat the sleep. I'll give you that one. You might want to eat the sleep. But you know what you could have done? Is just use your shield and put it in front of Ana. But you don't have it. You don't have it retracted. And whole hog's being used. So you just used your grasp too early. You didn't need to use it. Yeah, I'll take that back. That it was a bad grasp because you have a shield. You forgot about your shield, dude. And you used your rock too early as well. Because like by this time, Hog, like I'm not even thinking about ultimate tracking either. This is a lot of micro stuff. But like, okay, you have your shield back. But, wow, your is that your healers just carried out? Wow, both your healers, both your damage and your Mora carried this out. Okay, look at that. That soldier's in the high ground. Wow. That Mora just carried. Mora and Doom just carried this game. Okay. This is just like an end up fight. Okay, so Bob is in front of you. You put your shield up in front of him. Like you just put your shield in between his team, so he can't heal. He can jump over it, but it's gonna make him awkward to heal his team, and it's gonna make him do slower healing on his team. Which is it's good for your team because you know the enemy's not getting healed. So
Serve the barrier.
like just throwing it behind Reinhardt is the best thing you can do with your shield right now because Reinhardt can't shoot, and BAP damage is not gonna kill you. So it's the most important thing here is just block the healing. So you can't block that. Oh, you got it. Oh. With Sigma shield placement, you just want to block critical things like cooldowns and healing. That's it. Cooldown and healing. Sigma's not a main tank because he can't. His shield has too little health to block very much, and it's not as flexible as Ryan shield.
Why are we stopped?
So you just want to use it for cooldowns most of the time.
30 seconds.
You're going on a solo. This is good. This is what you're doing. This is good. You're getting the shoulder off high ground. This is overall. Oh, you jumped out. That's. It's not good, bro. You were doing such a great job. This was the most you've done. This was the biggest plays you've done this game, and you just walked off.
Why are we stopped? Get the letter of this payload.
It's like you single-handedly would have pushed his shoulder off high ground if you kept pushing him. Right. That was a bad shield placement. You could still push him because you can just retract your shield and still push him. You also have your ult. You can solo ult him. I would have solo ulted him just to get the kill. You should have chased him. Like, there was nobody else with him, and your team's pushing in. He's using his ult. Like, he's gonna get a bunch of kills here, right? Yeah. Where's your Ryan? Oh, your Ryan's already in. This looks bad. Oh, but man, your DPS is just a balling. Look at this. Instantly reacted to him. Like, if you would have chased this Solar, you might have just killed him before he even ulted. Now this is a situation where he can die. Like, he can just kill your team. Your shield, dude. Your shield, man. That was you forgot about your shield again. Like, you could just put it up in front of him. And then that would have saved your Mora. Wow, that you're this soldier you have is just absolutely insane. That wasn't a bad ultimate. It's just that your team wasn't able to follow up. Because your Reinhardt was pretty relatively close. He could have just charged into them. But I think you would have waited a little bit longer for that ultimate so your team can get closer.
Step right up. Activating the barrier.
Wow.
Victory.
Yeah, man. You just got carried in this game. You didn't.
Ready for battle.
So far in this game, you kind of went on an adventure time. You went. Yeah, you just went in a create your adventure type of thing, dude.
Incoming in 30
You went by yourself all the points. Like, my advice. This is gonna be the start of the conclusion of this. For Zarya, you have to look where your team is because it's so important that you get value off. It's very important to get value off your projectiles so you can get better charge. In order to do that, you need to see where your team is at. You need to actively look what your team is doing, especially the DPS and supports. Like where your supports are and where your DPS are. Because if your DPS wants to go for a kill, they're gonna probably need that bubble for safety, right? So they don't take damage and you get charged out of it, because they don't want to die from your DPS, right?
attackers incoming.
I got the start. You don't know where your team is. You don't know where you just don't know where your team is. Just I'm saying that again. I'm sorry. Look around for your team. Just look around for your team.
Together, we are strong.
It's important, so you can use your projectiles more efficiently, so you know where they are. Second thing, your positioning is pretty poor
Attackers incoming in
for the because you cut yourself off from your own healers in this game. That just has to do with again not knowing where your healers are. So just look around where your healers are at and see if they can see you. If they can't see you, you're not gonna get any healing, right? The second thing is don't walk into a Reinhardt, especially with 0 charge. Like, he can just outright kill you, and he can just outright kill you in a 1v1. I'm not saying not to fight him. It's just like don't be in his swinging range. That's it. The other thing is, for personal bubble, once you use your personal bubble, you're a prime target for a kill. Like, you want to hold on to your personal bubble as much as you can when you're fighting enemy teams. If right there you use it too early, he already used hook. And now you have no retreat option. You can't walk backwards anymore. You don't have your bubble. You're gonna go. Like, the faster you use your personal bubble, the faster you die. Okay. But if you're asking, well, then how am I gonna get my other half of your charge? You do it before a fight starts, which means like when people are just shooting each other from range. Like Afara spam, Junkrat spam, Echo spam, any projectiles that are shot from a big distance, you can use your personal for charge, even your projectile, but that's before a fight starts. Like, this is right here. Let me give you an example. All right, I'm gonna give you an example here. Okay, right here. When they come out of the spawn, this is pre-fight. This is when people are just like poking each other with bullets, right? This is a good time just to look for charge bubble, charge with your bubbles, right? Now, unfortunately, you're not with your team to bubble them to at least try to get a bit of charge. But this is where you should get charged, right? Like when they were coming out of spawn. This might be too close. Hang on, let me go back.
5,
Like
4,
as soon as they come out of spawn,
2,
right? Like here,
attackers incoming.
this is a good time to spam, and this is a good time to try to get some charge because they're so far away. You're not gonna die by using bubbles, right? Once they're near, once they're within your range or hog hook range, you want to hold your bubbles up as long as you can. Your personal, right? So that's your safety. And then now use your personal. You got no charge out of it because there's no spam. There's no damage coming in. And then no, you get hooked and killed. That's what happens.
This is not your time.
Well, that was a good example, I guess.
My will is on
So I guess to use it, it's just your bubble. The best thing I can tell you is use it when you wanna go for a kill. Like if there's somebody within your range, you laser them down, right click, laser, and what's it called? And when they're turn around to fire to try to kill you or defend themselves, you use your bubble, so you don't take damage, you get charged, and you finish the kill off without taking any damage, or the least amount of damage as possible. Right? That's how you use a bubble. Or when you want to poke, when you want to peek a corner to throw your right clicks out without dying. Right? Because like it's super important to work with your bubbles. With like if you don't have your personal, you can't go in and fight. Zarya dies so fast. Zarya dies very fast. And as for your precisioning, just you don't have to be on cart nearly all the time. You can just set up for better precision, like you're just being up here, maybe just shooting down on them, because just being on a different angle. Once you have a high charge, you can play the game as Zarya. That's just how it is. For your ultimate, you only had one graviton. I think, right? You only had one. You want to use it like in the middle of the fight, or once they use imported cooldowns. Like once a barrier breaks, once that Reinhardt barrier breaks, use your ultimate because they can't block any damage. Once a immortality field is used from BAP, the lamp, you know, use it because it can't be mortal. Those type of little things. For Sigma, it's a maybe I got that. See, for Sigma,
Stick to the plan.
Sigma, you have to play him. Sigma's more independent, I think. Yeah, so
30 seconds.
you have to.
Try not to get yourselves killed out there.
First of all, you don't forget about your shield. Retract your shield so you know you can use your shield whenever you want.
Once the mission starts, no more
Secondly,
messing around.
you want to hold off your rock for guaranteed kills or to stop enemy cooldowns. Right. Grasp is used for a
One.
for when your barrier breaks most of the time, so you can get extra health out of it. Because once your barrier breaks, people are gonna throw in as much damage as possible, and you put it up. Assuming they don't have a stun or hog hook like that. Oh, that right. What else? As far as hog, I mean, like here, you put out my shield down. Like it's not being used. Like, okay, there you go. You put it down. As far as how Sigma plays, he can pretty much do his own thing. Well, not really. Let me rephrase that. He's so self-sufficient that you can just go take space, like high ground by yourself. Assuming you have like a Reinhardt or a... Assuming you have Reinhardt or Ball. You can go take high ground. It's like... It's more of a... Yeah, I think it's more... What am I trying to say here? Be with your Reinhardt. Just be with your Reinhardt. Like, Sig can take space and be behind enemies by himself because he's so self-sufficient. But you need another main tank to be able to be with your team. Alright, so this is good. Oh, not what you're doing right now. Like, so one of them protects your team and you go off and take a better precision. You know, to rain down bullets and enemies. Hopefully land your shots. Otherwise, just be with your Reinhardt and put barriers in between enemy healers and enemy tanks or enemy teammates. Just split like here. Like putting your shield here in front of her will block off healing or damage. Like that. Let's go ahead a little bit more. Is it this one? Is it this? I think it's this one. Okay, like right here. Wait, do you still have your barrier? Okay, you haven't retracted your barrier because you forgot about it. This is a good example of using Sigma. Is Ana dead? Yeah, Ana's dead. Okay, so... Oh, I mean, I can't really go into this good example. Okay, imagine Ana's alive. You put your shield in between, like, their Reinhardt and their Ana, like around here. He doesn't get any Ana heals, and he dies for it. The Moira you can also block Moira healing, by the way, with your shield, like your spray. It's also good to just put it in between her. That's a good way to use your Sigma shield. Put it in between healers. Very good way. And things just die faster because they're not getting healed. I think that's as much as I can say for this game specifically. Because you your team carried you so hard here. Really much. You didn't do any plays. As far as using for your grab and flux, you didn't do any progressive plays, any active plays.
Why is the tailor?
It kind of seems like you got frustrated, and once Sigma just did your own thing. Oh, this dude. This is a good example. Like here, it's just you're not with your team helping out. This is a good way to look at it. Like here, your team's having a ball over here fighting the enemy team. You don't need to necessarily be in here. You can just be like over here and shooting down into the right side, but you didn't do that. I didn't do that. Oh yeah, you did do that. Never mind. But you just forgot about your shield, bro. You had so much HP that you didn't need to use your grass. Just use your grass in like your grass is for like a last resort thing. Like when you're taking half HP, you use that, or yeah, when you're taking half HP. You mentioned that you don't know any good tank compositions. I'll mention it at the start of this video or like in a different video, so you can get an idea of what are good pairs of tanks to play. Yeah, I'll get to doing that. I hope this helps in any way. Like I didn't really get very much of this because you spend most of the time dead, or just you spend most of the time dead, and like yeah, just most of the time dead, not really doing very much, you weren't very active. You just weren't very active here. Oh, this is an example right here. You put it in the bubble in front of her, made her go past it and get closer to your team. She got a big ante though, so that's like, goddamn. She made an amazing play here. Another suggestion is be more active, like do more plays. By that I mean, it's like if you're Zarya, you're high charge, you try to go for a small flank. You use your bubble on somebody who's fighting, then you go for a flank. Make sure you always use your bubble. Like use your bubble, you go for a flank. Like let's say I think like was it here? Yeah, it was here. Okay, so let's say your team's winning. You have high charge here, right? You would use your bubble. You go upstairs, and the enemy team's down here. Like you. Well, meanwhile, while they're fighting your team at the choke point, you can just go behind them, laser people down, dead, and you bring so much more in impact. Like once you get to high charges, Zarya, go after enemy supports, go after DPS, mainly supports because they're the most important. But if you can kill a DPS, just go for it, dude. Just once you get a high charge, man, that's just go look for a team. I hope everything is useful. I'll go make another video or put it in the front of the video, like stuff. Alright. How long did that take?